Hi everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at Walt Disney World, the most magical place on earth. And today we're going to talk about what annual passes you should get. I mean, did you just move here to Central Florida? Are you trying to figure out, do you want Disney passes? Maybe you want Universal passes. Maybe you want Seaworld and Busch Gardens. Today we're going to talk about all the different annual passes that you can get for the different theme parks here in Central Florida. And each of these annual passes comes in different tiers, different pricing levels based on what kind of pass you want. So I'm going to break it down and explain it so you can best pick what you want for you and your family. Let's go.
Okay, so for this video, we're mainly going to be looking at the websites to check out the prices and different tiers of annual passes and the options that they have. So we're starting with Walt Disney World. And Walt Disney World has 4 amazing theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. And if you say to yourself, I'm not a huge Disney fan, I'm not really into little kid type stuff, well, Disney World has way more to offer than just stuff for kids. So yes, Magic Kingdom is the park that you want to go to for all of the nostalgia of Disney. But Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom have a lot more things that are geared towards adults. But like Epcot, for instance, is always having food and wine and different drinks to try. There's always a festival, it seems like, going on at Epcot, so there's always more food and wine and drinks to try other than just the regular stuff that they have. So I do enjoy going to Epcot for that kind of thing. Since COVID, they haven't been having concerts during like Flower and Garden and Food and Wine. But as bands start to tour again and things like that, I think those will come back. We'll start to see more of that happening in 2022, hopefully. And that stuff was always well worth going for and included in your park tickets. So I think that's one good reason to have an annual pass. If you're an adult and like good music and want to have some good food and just a good time, Epcot is a place to go. Hollywood Studios is a good mix for everyone. It has rides that are fun for kids, like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, as well as Toy Story Land, but it also has Star Wars Land, which, if you're an adult and you've always been a fan of Star Wars, this place is absolutely amazing. It's so immersive, so much great detail. The rides are a ton of fun and great in this area. So this is a fun area for adults. And also they have a couple of the biggest thrill rides here at Hollywood Studios with Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror. So here's Hollywood Tower of Terror, and it's an elevator ride that drops you inside of here in the dark. So it's a lot of fun. So a lot of cool rides at Hollywood Studios. And I also love Animal Kingdom. I love going there, riding the safari, seeing all of the live animals, as well as they have the Pandora, the World of Avatar at Animal Kingdom, so you can ride Flight of Passage, which is an amazing ride. They have a roller coaster there called Expedition Everest. So there's more to Walt Disney World than just the mainstay Disney stuff. But of course, Magic Kingdom is the most iconic park and holds true to, true Disney fans as far as having the most nostalgic Disney rides. And this is the best park for kids. All of the parks have great stuff for families and for adults, or, it's just I think for everyone. There's stuff to do at all 4 parks. So depending what kind of family you have, if you have young children, teenagers, no children whatsoever, Disney World, I think, could have something to offer you. And here's the great thing about being a Florida resident. You can go often, depending how close to Walt Disney World you live. So if you're very local, like live in Orlando, and you're under an hour from the theme parks, then it's definitely worth it to get an annual pass to Disney, because you can show up, hang out for a few hours. There's always something going on, with the parks. There's 4 different parks to choose from. So, you always have different things to do. And that's what I like, is there's a lot of variety offered. And if you live in the state of Florida, but maybe not within an hour of driving, you can stay on resort property and they do discounts with your annual pass. And just lots of great perks, to come for smaller, mini vacations, you could call it. So let's look at the actual annual passes. Okay, so Disney World offers 4 different types of annual pass, and I'm not going to lie, they are expensive. They are the most expensive of any of our theme parks here in Florida. But I think you also get the most bang for your buck at Walt Disney World. Again, they have 4 theme parks to choose from. Everything there is state of the art. The rides, the entertainment, the food. It's just some of the best around. And so you're paying for all of that when you pay for Disney. Now, here's how the passes work. The current passes they have, you're really looking at how many days do I not want to go throughout the year. It goes from the most expensive, which is the Disney Incredipass with no blackout dates, meaning you can go 365 days a year, down to passes that you can come just on weekdays and things like that. So I'm going to kind of talk you through this because it's going to really depend on your family and your work schedule, what you can do. So again, Incredipass, top tiered pass. You can go to all 4 theme parks, no blackout dates, $1,300 for the year per person. They do monthly payments. So you do have to put $205 down, and then it'd be $100 a month. And again, that is per person in your party. Now, the Sorcerer's Pass is going to be the next level. They do have some blackout dates. So the blackout dates are usually during holidays. Like for this pass, you would be blocked during Thanksgiving and during the Christmas break. And let's see if I can actually find a calendar to show you the blackout dates. Okay, so here's a calendar for the current year. So the Sorcerer Pass is just blocked right here for Thanksgiving, the Wednesday through Saturday. And then for Christmas break, it'd be blocked from the 18th all the way and then through New Year's Eve. And then you can start coming again January 1st. I believe the whole rest of the year it's available. So let's look into 2022. Anytime there's a green dot, you're good to go. So you can go the entire summer, even 4th of July. You can go in the fall. And then here we are back to November of 2022. They already have the Thanksgiving break. So it's very minimal blackout dates. And I'll tell you, Christmas break is the busiest time of the year at Walt Disney World. The busiest week is from Christmas Day to New Year's Eve. This week is always just insanely packed. So if you're kind of like, I live locally and I can go every day of the year except for these 2 busy holidays, and I'm fine with that, then I would get the Sorcerer Pass. It'll save you a little bit of money and a little bit of headache with the crowd. But if you're someone like me that you love the holidays, you want to be able to go on the holiday breaks, like I'm a school teacher, so I'm off on these times, and so it's like I just wanted to have that freedom to be able to go on my days off, then I'm gonna get the Incredipass. But if you're like, nah, I don't really need to do it, or maybe we travel out of town on these weeks, then I would get the Sorcerer Pass because it will save you money. And let me show you the price again. The price for this one's only $900, so you're going to save $300, or actually $400. And again, you can do monthly payments. With $200 down, it's going to be $62 a month. So, and also in all of these passes, parking is included. You do get to save like usually 10 to 20% on dining and 20% on merchandise, and that's included in all of these different passes. Next will be the Pirate Pass. And this one has more blackout dates. So let's take a look at those. Okay, this pass blocks out more holiday times and sometimes Saturdays. So it's blocked for a longer time on the Thanksgiving week, and a couple extra days of the Christmas break. It's even blocked through New Year's Day. And then look, it's blocked Martin Luther King weekend here in January. February, it would be blocked for Valentine's weekend. March, it's blocked. This would be, I'll be honest with you, Orlando's spring break week. So the local spring break. And then this is what we would consider the Easter break. So if Easter is falling here, it's always the week coming and going in and out of Easter is always blocked. Because that's really busy. Memorial Day weekend, 4th of July weekend. So this pass, if you like to go to the parks, want to be having the flexibility to go year round, but don't want to have to go on any time when it's going to be really busy because of a holiday, you could care less about that. That doesn't really affect you with your work schedule or school. You don't really care because the kids, maybe you don't have kids, so you don't have to worry about a school schedule. Then I would go with the Pirate Pass. Now, you could get this pass even if you did have kids in school. Just know anytime that they're off for holidays, you're not going to be able to go to Disney. But, for some people, they just want to be able to avoid those larger crowds. So, and it's a more affordable pass. So the Pirate Pass is $700 versus $900 for the Sorcerer. And again, with $205 down, you're getting it for about $45 a month. Still includes parking, still includes, the 20% off merchandise and the 10% off dining. And the bottom tiered pass is Pixie Dust, which is pretty much a weekday only pass. So this would be good for people who have weekdays off, or, maybe you always have to work weekends, but you have 2 weekdays off every week. Or, this is really good for retired people who don't have to work and worry about going in a crowded weekend and that kind of thing. You're also going to be blocked for any of those busy holidays. So let's take a look at this calendar. Okay, so here's Pixie Dust Pass, and as you can see, it's blocked every Saturday and Sunday. So it's basically a Monday through Friday. But if it's a holiday week, like here's Thanksgiving, you're going to be blocked. And then in December, again, you're trying to go only really Monday through Friday. But once the holidays start, you're blocked again. January, you have more options because there's not so many holidays, but you are blocked on this Monday because it would be Martin Luther King Day. February, same, you're blocked for Valentine's Day. And then March, you're blocked again that middle week of March due to that being the local school's spring break. And you're blocked for a couple weeks in April because that will be Easter break. So those are the things you just got to keep in mind, is if you just want to go, the minimum times and when it's least crowded, then this would be the pass for you. Okay. And it is the least expensive passes. So this pass is $400, and it comes at about $18 a month after you put that $205 down. So also keep in mind, again, I've geared this video towards Florida residents, but people who live out of state can buy annual passes, but they are only allowed to buy the Increda Pass, which is the most expensive pass. Only Florida residents, or if you're a Disney Vacation Club member, can buy Sorcerers, and only Florida residents can buy Pirate Pass and Pixie Dust Pass. So just keep that in mind if you're not a Florida resident and you're watching this video. We're now going to head over to Universal and see what they have to offer.
All right, everyone, so we've made it here to Universal Orlando. You can see the globe behind me, and the park right behind me is the Universal Studios Park. They have 2 theme parks here. We are standing on the City Walk, which is a place where you can eat and shop. So I'm going to kind of face the camera forward and show you. So they have restaurants and shopping all around here at the City Walk. There's the Universal Studios. And over here, where you can see some roller coasters, that's Islands of Adventure. So they have 2 awesome theme parks within walking distance of each other. And then they also have an amazing water park here called Volcano Bay. So let's check out what type of annual passes they have here at Universal Orlando.
Okay, so as I was just mentioning, and we were just inside of the Universal Parks, they do offer 2 theme parks, which is Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. And then they have a water park, Volcano Bay. So you can buy the annual passes, either just the 2 theme parks, or the 3 park is going to include Volcano Bay. So you can't get like Islands of Adventure and Volcano Bay and leave the studios out. The only option is Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. And then if you want to add Volcano Bay, you can. So that's how their pass works. But they have a lot of different options, again, by tiered. So Premier Pass is their most expensive. These are the Florida resident prices. This is just for the 2 theme parks. The Premier Pass offers a few extra perks. They offer what they call prime parking because Universal uses parking garages. So the prime parking will usually always put you on the floor where you just come right out onto the City Walk, and you don't have to take extra escalators or elevators to get to that main floor. If you get preferred or power or seasonal pass, you won't get prime parking. You'll get parked on whatever level that they're parking at the time, which could be the basement or the roof. It just depends. Premier Pass also offers Express Pass after 4 p.m. included with your annual pass. And Express Pass is Universal's quick way through the lines. So that Express Pass is normally very expensive. To buy an Express Pass for the day at Universal is usually around $150 to $200 to $300, just depending on the day and when in the year it is. But it's pricey versus having it free and included in your Premier Pass, but it's only after 4 p.m. So if you're someone who would go in the evening time, then that's something to consider. They also will give you 1 free complimentary ticket to Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights is their separate Halloween event that they do every Halloween time. It runs from September through Halloween Day. So it's like a 2-month event. You will get 1 complimentary, 1-time, 1-day pass to go to Halloween Horror Nights through your Premier Pass. So if you're interested in just going 1 night to that, it's included in your annual pass. The other passes don't offer that. So it has some nice extra perks. It also offers bigger discounts. So like on Disney, everybody gets 10% off of food when you're dining at a sit-down restaurant and 20% off merchandise. Here at Universal, the tier that you pay for will give you more perks. Okay, I've been looking around the website. I can't really find the exact percent of how much you get off. I believe like with the preferred pass, it's like maybe 10%. So maybe with Premier, it's 20. I have the preferred pass right now. So I know I get like 10% off. Now, the cool thing about their food is that like I can use my annual pass to get discounts every time I get quick service food or just get snacks. Where at Disney, I can only use my annual pass at sit-down restaurants, and not every sit-down dining restaurant at Walt Disney World offers it. So I feel like having a preferred or a premier pass is better value, just because you will always get food discounts, drink discounts, any kind of quick snack. If I want to get a pretzel and a Coke, I'll get a discount, that kind of thing. But I believe the premier is a little bit more off than the preferred. However, Power Pass and Seasonal, they offer a lot less things. So you don't even get free parking with those two passes, where like at Disney, the lower tier passes get free parking. Preferred gets free parking all the time. And like I said, Premier gets that extra bump in nice parking. But I believe Power and Seasonal don't get free parking at all. The Power Pass, you'd have to only get 50% off of the parking. Now keep in mind, parking's like $25 every time. So you'd only get half off of $25 and still have to pay the other half if you got a Power Pass. Seasonal, you'd always have to pay for parking. There's also blackout dates involved with these passes, just like Disney. So Premier has no blackout dates. You can come all the time. Preferred doesn't have any blackout dates on its theme parks. It only has a little bit of blackout for the water park, which I'll show you in a minute. However, there are blackout dates for the two lower tiered passes. So let's take a look at those. Okay, so here's the blackout dates for the Power Pass. It looks like, you know, New Year's weekend, and then spring break, Christmas, those kind of things. So we're going into 2022 right now. So the Christmas holiday, basically December 18th to January 3rd. And then the spring break, again, this would be the local Orlando spring break. And then the Easter break that we talked about with Disney, and then Christmas again. That's the Power one. The seasonal one has even more blackout dates. This one also includes some summer blackout. So here we are right now heading into Christmas. So this will be blocked out for Christmas into New Year's, for spring break in Orlando, Easter, and also all of July. So again, it's the hottest month of the year, July, and it's also a very busy tourist month. So again, all of these blackouts are going to be very busy peak times. So if you don't want to go the hottest time of the year and the busiest time, then seasonal may be for you. If you just want to, you know, a more casual pass, want to save on some money, but keep in mind you would have to pay for parking. So I think depending how many times you go, that might, you know, negate the saving of the annual pass if you're paying for the parking. They also sometimes do offer concerts, and right here it says seasonals are always blocked on a concert date. So they do concerts during their Mardi Gras celebration, which Mardi Gras is included in your park pass, and sometimes they do concerts, and hopefully they're planning to bring concerts back for 2022. Again, it's been paused during COVID, but the seasonal people, even if you are even if you're not blocked from the park that day, you would be blocked during the concert and wouldn't be able to attend the concert on a seasonal pass. So there's more restrictions the lower you go with their passes, I feel, than the Disney passes. So I find getting a higher tiered pass is best to be able to save. You almost save more money between all the parking and different things like that. However, if you have a family and you know you want to use, you know, less days, you want more of these blackout dates, maybe have one person get a preferred pass so that you have parking, and then other people in the family could get like the Power or the seasonal if you were wanting to go less days and wanting to save more money that way. All right, and these passes are the ones that include the Volcano Bay. So again, they have seasonal, Power, preferred, and premier. They are a little bit more expensive than the two park because you're adding in the water park to these. So Their water park is a state-of-the-art water park. It's probably the best one in Orlando. They use virtual queue for all of their water slides. So that means you tap in, you get a return time. You're not having to wait on stairs for an hour for your return time. You can be walking around the park, swimming, doing other things while you're waiting for your return time. Also, all of their slides pretty much have raft elevators, so you don't really have to carry your rafts upstairs. And so those two things for me are a big selling feature in their water park. I just really enjoy their water park a lot. I have it on my pass and I will have it every year. It's one of the best ones in Orlando. And some people may ask, what's the difference between getting, a Disney pass or Universal? What's the difference? So Universal is really more high-speed thrill is what I consider with their rides. So, most of their rides are roller coasters or they are virtual, like they're 3D, and a lot of movement. I noticed that a lot of people who have trouble with motion sickness have a harder time at Universal with some of their rides. And people with young children, it's hard because a lot of their height requirements are higher, like maybe like 48 inches, where Disney, I kind of think the magic number for height is really like 40 inches. So keeping that in mind, if you have young children, you may want to wait a few years before getting a Universal annual pass. You may want to just stick with Walt Disney World for a while when they're younger. And then I know people who, once their children turn into teenagers, they flip and they go to Universal and they don't get a Disney annual pass. So it just depends on your preference. And I know a lot of people, just like myself, that have annual passes to both Disney and Universal and enjoy both. It's, again, just going to depend where your interests lie, as well as, how much money you want to spend on theme parks. And how much of that is going to be your hobby and, what you're going to do on your time off when you're here. For me, I buy the annual passes, but I use them often. It's something that I enjoy doing. So I don't mind spending the money. I'm not going to go spend my money on other hobbies because this is, for me, my personal hobby. But I guess you just have to decide that for yourself and for your family, where it's best to put your money. Okay, so I hope that helps you out with this. We're now going to take a look at SeaWorld's website and see what they have to offer. Okay, so here is SeaWorld's site. They're getting ready for Christmas, as you can see. And these parks, the SeaWorld parks, are the most affordable annual passes. They have SeaWorld here in Orlando. Busch Gardens is over in Tampa. They're sister parks. Each of them has a water park attached to it. Aquatica is here in Orlando, and Adventure Island is over in Tampa. And you can get a pass for all 4 parks for a very affordable rate. So let's take a look at their prices. Okay, so SeaWorld offers 4 different tiers, just like the other places. They do it more like platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. Platinum has unlimited admission and no blackout dates. And they actually offer it to 11 parks, because not only do they offer it to their Florida parks, but they also offer it because they have Busch Gardens in Virginia, and they have SeaWorld in San Diego and in San Antonio, Texas. So if you're going to travel to these other places, then it would be worth it to get this 11 parks one. But if you're not going to travel, then I would look at doing the gold, because this will get you into the parks here in Florida. And so that way it makes it a little more affordable. You're not paying for stuff that you don't really need. However, you still get free preferred parking on both. You get free guest tickets. I think they have the most perks for annual passes as far as like nice stuff that they give you. So I can bring 4 guests a year on my pass to SeaWorld here in Orlando or to Busch Gardens or whichever one. And they do really monthly payments that are very affordable. So I could pay for the pass outright at $234, or I could do the monthly payments of $19.50. Now, this is just, I think, for the one park. And then I can add more parks to it. So if I come down here, I'm going to still talk about this for a second. The silver pass gets me free parking also, and I can get 2 guests in, and the bronze is the only one I believe that does not offer the free parking. So, and has blackout dates. So bronze is like really cheap, but you're going to have blackout dates and no free parking. So again, when you don't have free parking, I don't necessarily know that it's worth the price, because parking again is going to be $25 a time. So if I look at, okay, I pay $12 a month for my pass. If I come once a month, I'm going to still have to pay $25 on top of the 12. So at that point, I might as well pay the $16 a month, and I'm saving money then because my parking's now included. Or I could still bump up to the gold and it's still cheaper than the parking. So that's kind of how I look at it with SeaWorld. Now, you can add on extra parks. So let's take a look at that. Okay. I had to choose a certain kind of pass in order for the parks to pop up. So right now, we just know I'm working under gold. Okay. So one park, if I just got SeaWorld, would be the $20 a month on the gold. If I want to get SeaWorld and Aquatica, because that's the water park here in Orlando and I live here in Orlando, then it would be, $23 a month. So only a couple more dollars a month just to add the water park. So very affordable. And then if I want to bump up and say, hey, every now and then I want to head over to Tampa, do Busch Gardens and Adventure Island, now I've only added $10 more total to my pass, and I have 4 parks. So $28 a month, $336 for 4 parks. So again, they have the most affordable parks in all of Florida. Now, what's offered at these parks? They have great animals stuff to look at. They have, here at SeaWorld, it's all marine animals. They have shows. They have exhibits where you can walk around and see the animals. At Busch Gardens, it's a lot of, it's more land animal based, but more African animals. But they do have some Asian animals as well. And they have great times where you can walk around, and they'll have sessions where you can meet the zookeeper. They'll talk about feeding the animals, caring for the animals. Just a lot of fun. So if you're into zoological stuff, both parks are great for that. They both offer great roller coasters at both of these parks, and new roller coasters are coming to each park here in 2022. So if you like high-speed thrill, this could be a park for you. They have great children's areas. Both parks have a Sesame Street area, and they offer rides, and they have the characters, and they have parades and shows. So that's great. They also have great festivals at SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. They do great food festivals. They'll have concerts included with those food festivals. Their Christmas celebrations are awesome, both at both parks. So I've always enjoyed going to SeaWorld and Busch Gardens, and sometimes I feel like it's a little more laid back than going to Disney or Universal. Disney and Universal definitely gets some higher traffic for tourists. It's kind of busier all the time and kind of a faster pace, where I feel like I can go to SeaWorld and kind of go sometimes at a slower pace. A lot of days it's not so busy unless it's a Saturday and a festival is going on. I could go many weekdays and it's very relaxed there, and I can just enjoy the animals and, take my time going around. So I do enjoy that about these parks, and I do enjoy all of the great animal things that they offer and all of the wonderful things that they offer for animals in the wild, which you can find out all about as you become a pass holder to these parks. As I was saying, they do offer great perks as well. Like you can bring guests. They a lot of times do monthly little perks for pass holders. Like they might say, hey, here's a free $10 to SeaWorld this month, and you can use it on food for a meal or towards a souvenir. It's just $10 that you can use into the park on what you want. They'll just do all kinds of different things every month. So I never have gone wrong with getting a pass to these parks. It's always affordable. I've always enjoyed it. Always had a great time.
Well, everyone, I hope I gave you enough info today for you to be able to decide what annual passes you want to get here in Orlando. Maybe you want to get Disney World, Universal, and SeaWorld and Busch Gardens, or maybe you just want one set, or maybe 2. The choice is all up to you. If you like today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is usually once a week. And also subscribe on social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.